Hey everyone. I just want to make sure this is all set up correctly and that this is working okay. So let's get this party going. My name is Laura Hearn, and today we're going to be talking about the 3 secrets about becoming fearless. So if you haven't already heard about me, if you haven't already seen me go live before, this is going to be a really great masterclass, about 30 minutes, all about, hey Crystal, all about becoming fearless and the mindset shifts you need to start adopting. And this isn't something that happens overnight. That's something I really want to make sure everyone understands off the bat, because so many people think that you can just like poof overnight become just enlightened, and that's not how it works. The thing that you need to understand is that it takes a lot of work to get there. So we're going to be going over some of the work you need to do. So hang on one second. I'm just making sure everything is working the way I want it to. Okay, it is working the way I want it to, because we are streaming on multiple platforms right now. We are streaming in Women Helping Women Entrepreneurs. We are streaming in my private Facebook community. We are also going live on my business page and on Twitter. So we are going live in multiple places. So it's kind of exciting. I'm just hoping I don't break anything. So I really appreciate everyone logging in and joining me today. A little bonus at the end, if you stick with me, I'm going to provide you an e-guide for free called Fearless Femme Founders Made Not Born. It's going to really help you work through some of those mind blocks and more of the mindset shifts you need to start adopting. So with this entire thing, these are the promises that I'm going to be striving to uphold. How to achieve your ideal business without sacrificing your values. How to generate massive income through my unique framework. And some of the counterintuitive ways to change your life as a female founder, because I made mistakes and I don't want you to go down the same road I did. So I just want you to know that you don't need to suffer through burnout. You don't need to suffer through self-doubt and fear. Some people say that's inevitable, but if you lay the right framework and do the work, the intentional work, you can avoid some of these massive, massive pain points. Hey, Marianne. So the 3 secrets that we're going to be going over are how to overcome limiting beliefs, how to charge your worth, and how to build confidence, all without fear, all without guilt, and without competing. Because those are the 3 core belief systems that I really believe in. It's all about empowering. It's all about coming together and working in alignment. So if any of these sound like you, then you're definitely in the right place. If you dream of being able to grow and scale, if you want to, not have to worry about sacrificing so much family time or sacrificing your personal values, or if you're sick of feeling like an imposter or like a fraud, then these exercises that I'm going to work with you through are really going to help you out. But you might also be wondering, are you sure? Are you sure about that? Well, the thing is that it's not your fault that you've had any of these struggles. It's 0% 0 your fault. it's society. And what I mean by it's not like blaming society for all of our world problems, but the societal and cultural expectations that started when we were children is what drives us. Ooh, I got my screen share all messed up. And because of that, it leads us to becoming forgetful. It leads us to forgetting our deeper motives and are left in this mindset where we're just getting up in the morning only motivated by the need to pay the bills. And you're going to lose motivation if your goal is just to get ahead or just to make some extra income for a travel trip, or vacation. Without a bigger purpose, it can be really challenging to stay motivated to push through the hard parts. Okay. Smooth seas don't make a skilled sailor. Same thing here. If someone really loses touch with their true purpose, you're going to start searching for motivation in unproductive places. I know many women and entrepreneurs that are great at manifestation through desperation. Manifestation through desperation. This means that they wait until they are in crisis mode and then turn on the motivation, often creating large sums of revenue in a very short period of time due to necessity. It works, but it's not sustainable. It's just like doing a crash diet. You might lose 10 pounds really quickly, but you're not going to be able to sustain that weight loss. You're not going to be able to sustain a successful business in the same exact way. You can't do that. So you need to really connect with your deeper purpose. You need to really connect with your why. And I love working through these types of activities to really understand your why. Because some people think, oh, it's this or it's that. And when you really sit down and do the work, you'll be pleasantly surprised when you see that you have a deeper purpose that has been hiding in there and fueling your flame. But why should you listen to me? Completely valid question. My main focus is helping female entrepreneurs to align their business, their marketing plan, and their mindset with what's already in their hearts. The main focus is around growing and scaling coaching and service-based businesses and women entrepreneurs, and also that they can have more time, more time to do and to spend with who they love and market in a way that supports who you are and not coming off cringy and salesy, and actually make a difference in the world. Because I believe that all of us are good people, and I believe that you have a mission that makes an impact to others. Also, I've struggled. I have struggled with my own money mindset. Just like you guys, I truly wanted to have it all. A healthy work-life balance, free of mom guilt, and generating massive income. But honestly, it was a struggle until I finally discovered how to overcome money blocks, free myself of guilt, and start daring to suck. Dare to suck. It's the most important thing that you should consider before you start to scale and grow your business. As a, military spouse, I've been through it. If you've ever heard of Murphy's Law, that's that whole, if it will happen, it's going to happen. And it's just, it's a whole other battlefield, literally and figuratively in so many ways. I've bounced around from Virginia Beach, from multiple places. I grew up in Virginia Beach, spent 2 years in South Florida, 3 years in Pensacola, 4 years back in Virginia Beach, and now we're in Maryland. It's not just me. Military spouses have a way of developing tenacity out of the most unlikely situations in creating my own business, working with entrepreneurs, and helping them unlock their true potential, finding courage to speak out about important issues, all stemmed from this military lifestyle that actually started when I was a child. So it's important to really understand those little keys. So when I started on my journey in the struggle bus, that was so very real. I tried everything. When I say everything, I mean it, everything. I tried everything that the gurus and all of the experts on social media said that I should do. And honestly, it was exhausting. It was pure, unadulterated exhaustion. And then I had a life or death moment occur. This life or death moment occurred when it was 4 days before my husband's deployment, y'all. And a branch fell and landed just a couple inches away from my face. And I had this moment, this realization that I'm wasting my life. And I needed to make some serious changes. And that's when it all came to fruition. I started the mind work. I started the body work. I ran a marathon that year. I ran, actually ran a 5K, a 10K, a 12K. I ran a lot. But it took a lot of work. And I went from being stressed out, riddled with anxiety, and feeling inadequate about my life and my business, and that I truly wasn't enough, to this place where I've finally reached a level of true confidence and financial abundance without sacrificing time with my family or my personal values. So I want that for you too. Now I'm in this place where I get to travel with my family. I get to go to Disneyland. I get to go to Las Vegas for events. I get to do the things I truly enjoy without massive, massive sacrifice. So the 3 big secrets, we're going to get into them shortly. If you're watching it live, the 3 big secrets, they're so important to unlocking your money mindset. And if you're ready to start learning these 3 secrets, comment fearless in the chat, because this is going to be the space where you're going to have those aha moments. You're going to realize so much. So comment fearless in the chat, or in the comment section, and really prepare yourself to be mind blown. Whether you're live or watching the replays, if you're watching replay, put #replay. So the first secret is how to overcome limiting beliefs without competing so you can build your network. Well, the first thing is to understand the source of some of these limiting beliefs. Some people have a negative association with money, which holds them back from actually creating it. Most people, however, don't even realize that they have resistance to money because it's so normal in our society. Okay. And that in itself is a huge problem, especially when you realize that it started as a child. Everyone has heard money is the root of all evil. And at an unconscious level, most people actually believe it. And in the United States, there is a general consensus that any heart-centered field, like education or personal development, coaching, should be low paying, because after all, we should do it out of the kindness of our hearts, right? No, that's so not cool. And it's important to really see that you have this ability to do so much more than that. So I'm going to ask you a question, okay? Feel free to fill this one out. I want to know what everyone does for a living. So going to launch this question. So comments. Put in the comments, what do you do for a living? Okay, that's number one. What product or service do you provide? So I'm in multiple places, and that is what's driving me insane right now. Let's see here. Now, I'm just going to give up on figuring how to do that. The first mistake that is made in this land of overcoming, money blocks and understanding how to stop competing is that even though we are in the wealthiest country in the world, we don't recognize how abundant we really are. Even people who are truly wealthy in financial terms usually still feel that there's not enough. So if you're thinking about your competition and it brings up feelings of fear, panic, uneasiness, if you see people posting on social media and you get jealous or start doubting yourself because someone else is doing such a good job at it, that is a sign that you believe there is not enough money to go around and that you need to fight ravenously for your little slice of the money pie in the sky. Often these feelings stem from, again, childhood experiences where either you experience true lack of necessities or were in an environment with adults who felt lack and openly discussed it in front of you about feeling bad, about not having it. And when we hear things like money doesn't grow on trees, it may inspire us to become quote unquote smart with our spending, but it usually just makes us feel this sense of lack, because how you view why you're being smart with your money is really, really important. Okay. So if you're being smart with your money because you're afraid you're going to run out, or are you being smart with your money so that you can accumulate more money? Right? So are you worried about not having money, or are you focusing on growing your money? And that's why you're budgeting and that's why you're being smart. This is a light bulb moment for a lot of people. To start working on changing this poverty consciousness, you need evidence. We believe things usually because they've been passed down, the seed of a belief system, right? From our parents, from whoever raised us, who were around, teachers. And because we have to fix that and start providing new evidence, it can be really tricky. One is that we were children when we adopted these limiting beliefs because we trusted adults, and our minds are confirmation seeking machines. So if you've ever heard of the idea of self-fulfilling prophecy, that's exactly what our brains do. We will seek, find, and do what we expect to find. And if we're told that there's a lack of money, then we see lack around us and we begin to expect a lack of money, and then we find and then believe that there's a lack of money. So it's important to delicately perform this brain surgery to remove that. Okay. So to look for evidence that you do in fact have money by looking at those who have less. Now, this is not the like high horse type of, oh, I am better than you type of like, I'm better, side of like, ugh, nobody likes that. You need to just see like, hey, I have a house. Hey, I have running water. Hey, I have AC. Hey, I have clothes. Those are things that are for a fact that the truth that prove that. You need to look for evidence that money is easy to get by remembering times in your life where you got money, almost out of nowhere, maybe. Look for evidence that there's enough, more than enough in the world to go around by looking at how many millionaires and billionaires keep popping up. And then look for the evidence that there is, in fact, no competition because each person's right clients will find them. Everyone isn't for everyone, but there is a someone for everyone. And remember that even in those circumstances where it looks like there is not enough, it is caused by a misallocation of resources, in that you're still learning how to kind of redirect that to the right spout to be coming towards you. So the main takeaway from this secret is do research. Go online, see how many millionaires or billionaires are in your country, in your state, in your city, and really think about that. Does that feel like a lot? Think about what evidence you had in your life that proves that there's no competition, because each person's right clients will actually find them. Think about that. Think about that. Now, can you find the evidence to show that the world has abundant resources, and that if you change your money mindset and take steps towards changing your allocation, that these resources and you can in fact create more abundance? Can you start seeing that? And if not, what's holding you back from adopting that belief? Like, what is in your face that's saying, no, there is a lack? Like, think about that. Moving on to secret number 2, because I don't want to go over my time. It's how to charge your worth without guilt so that you can live in freedom and joy and expansion. First thing you need to do is get over feeling guilty about money. This is something I see a lot in people that are deeply rooted in some of the Christian faith denominations. If you've ever heard things like money doesn't grow on trees, or if you've heard things like you better finish your dinner, there's starving children in the world, clean your plate, how does that make you feel growing up knowing that you have while others don't? It makes you feel guilty, and ultimately guilty over money. And how are you supposed to make and create and generate more money and wealth if it makes you feel guilty? So if you experience this guilt, you likely have an even stronger feeling of competition, because not only do you feel like there's only one small money pie in the sky that you have to fight for, you also probably feel bad about having to do that, which then may cause you to just not compete or not participate, because you might be in this, well, why am I even doing this anyways mindset. So what you have to do is understand that every person is deserving of a joyous life, and that you are no exception, and that we still need to work on reprogramming our brain to a feeling of worthiness. And it's not that you want to feel high on your horse that, oh, I am worthy of this. No, you need to actually prove to your brain that you have a worthy reason for wanting the money. So this goes back to why work, that motivation, the real reason why you're doing what you're doing. This is so flipping important, because that is what's going to keep you fueled. It's what's going to keep you from understanding your mission and not feeling guilty about it. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Some of these already exist. I think some of them are already popping up on here. Like I said, I am streaming from somewhere else, so it's a little bit hard for me to, I know what it is. It's because I'm streaming from a third party. So do you feel guilty offering your products or service? Do you feel guilty charging what you're worth? Answer in the comments section because I totally foobarred that. Do you feel guilty competing, like your gain is someone else's loss? In what way does what you have to offer positively impact your customers and clients, the world? What are they going to miss out on if they don't have your services? If you don't have enough money to fully offer your services or goods to the world, how will this prevent you from giving your all? If you don't make enough money to live comfortably, how is that going to affect you? How is that going to affect your ability to give back? If you don't make enough money to pay your bills and all of those, like how is that going to hold you back? And what good things would you do for the world if you had an overflowing abundance of money? Think about your bigger why. I think I just exited out of something. This is my life. So I know that you're going to have a positive impact on the world. You just have to start believing it yourself. Okay. Secret number 3 is how to build confidence without fear. If you're one of those people who have a negative feeling about people with wealth, then this is something you're going to need to think about. Like, how do you really feel about people who have money? How does it make you feel? Do you feel jealous of them? Do you think they're icky? Do you think that you need to compete? Right? What is it about them? Like, why? Because if you fear that if you get too much money, that it'll turn you bad, right? That's probably why you have a negative feeling towards them. And you believe at some point that money changes you after all. Isn't that what they say? Right? Let's think about that. Money doesn't change people. It just magnifies who they are. Okay. It magnifies who they are. And if it just magnifying who they are, then if you aren't a bad person, then there shouldn't be a problem here, right? You need to understand where your negative feelings are coming from and understand that it's probably not from a credible source. Do you really believe that getting too much money is going to turn people bad? In what ways do you fear having money is going to change you? Like, I'm really interested in that. So if you resonate with those, definitely comment that. But the thing is that I know that if I give you $1 million, you would probably help a lot of people with it through sharing it with your expertise, contributing to society, giving back to causes you care about. Of course, I know you'll have some fun with it. But realistically, I believe that you would put it to good use. So think about that. Okay. You don't need to compete for a money pie in the sky. You don't need to feel guilty about charging your worth because it allows you to live in your abundance for the worthy and just cause that you care so much about. And you don't need to be fearful of money or success or abundance because you are a good person and you have a good mission. So let me ask you a question as we wrap up today. Um, are you ready for the next chapter of your life? Are you ready to become fearless, which is more about being confident and courageous in spite of your fears? But are you potentially not sure that you can make it happen all on your own? I totally get it, which is why I have done some amazing partnership work and created something for women entrepreneurs. This is perfect for you if you're a woman who's wanting to scale. This is not for you if you're already consistently sustaining 20K plus months. If you already know that you have a perfectly perfect sales process and there's nothing anyone can improve on, then this is not for you. But if you've ever been held back by fear, if you've ever been riddled with self-doubt, lack of knowledge, this is for you. If you are looking for support and guidance from other women who are in the same boat as you or have been in that boat, took it to shore, came back and picked you up so that they can guide you to the new country, the new discovery, then this is something you need to pay attention to. I said earlier, I work with entrepreneurs, but not just any entrepreneurs, women who get it, who are there for you and are serious about what they're doing. They're not all fair weather entrepreneurs, people who only do it when it's easy. These are women that are committed to sticking through it in the highs and lows. They're committed and serious about growth and living their expression. It's not always easy. Often it's ugly, but having the right people around me has helped me step into the flow and away from the hustle. And I want to share that with all of you. I want to share the community that involves friends, clients, team members, coaches. Is that you? Is that you? Do you commit to being this person? Then, if your answer is yes to that, which I hope it is, then I truly, truly hope that you take a listen. I've partnered with the Mom Link and have become a chapter president of the $1 Million Mom Club. This is an amazing opportunity to be in an exclusive membership with me that flexes the entire network and community of the Mom Link. The Mom Link has been on Clubhouse, but they're taking it off the platform and helping other mompreneurs and women entrepreneurs succeed and network and learn and scale and grow in a community of like-minded women. This QR code sends you directly to my chapter sign-up page through their partnership program. So what's included? Think inclusive premium resort, but for your business and social network. The Fearless Femme chapter, which is my chapter, includes monthly Zoom calls, access to my money mindset archive filled with worksheets, lessons, video and audio trainings, all focused on overcoming mind blocks, business systems, and more. The community at large includes weekly master classes, monthly masterminds, keynote speakers, mentorship circles, accountability partners across the community, so that if you are in my chapter or so-and-so's chapter, you can still get access to me. You can still go to an in-person event with another chapter. There's going to be live Q&As. There's going to be retreats and development courses. And there's going to be a way for you to network and market your services in this exclusive community. It's really simple. Everything I do integrates strategy in the heart and to create the fastest path to cash for my clients in the most impactful ways with impactful results, and the most aligned process for showing up as the authority you can be. I love these women. I'm in the back over here. And I love the community and every woman that I work with. And I can't wait to meet everyone that's in my community. I've got the the pleasure of meeting a lot of these chapter presidents in Atlanta, Angina, Nicole, and Crystal, the founders of the Mom Link. And I want to be able to do some Mom Link magic, business magic with everyone in my community. And this week, before Thursday, before tomorrow midnight, you can save $200 a year if you pay annually, or you can save $25 a month if you pay monthly. It's pretty awesome. It's an early bird special. The entire platform launches early July. So you need to jump on this before, you lose out on some savings. This QR code, like I said, takes you directly to my sign up page through their portal. And let me ask you this serious question. What path are you going to take? Path one, where you try to figure it all out on your own and be a solopreneur, wasting time, money, energy, trying to put all the pieces together? Or path number two, where you can actually get the support, guidance, and accountability that you've needed and dreamed of so that you can get to where you want to be without the stress. And yes, Crystal Laura, I have the link and it's not letting me go back. I'll DM it to you. Oh, here it is. It's on the next slide. If you go to momlink.club/LH, you will be able to get started today with sign on to the platform. The best part of it is there's 25 chapter presidents, y'all, and each one has their niche. And just because you're in one community doesn't mean you don't have access to the masterminds and the classes and the meetups and the gatherings of the other chapters. So it's okay to need to work on your money mindset and have more coaching from me in this group, in this exclusive membership, but then also be able to go and network with all of the health coaches and wellness coaches or the realtors and the virtual assistants. It's a community about collaboration and network. It's not about you stay here and I stay there. So what's important here, excuse me, is that if you sign up before tomorrow or midnight tonight, I don't know why I put that. If you sign up before the early bird special ends tomorrow, I'm going to give you a complimentary one-to-one coaching call so that I can get to know you and your business personally, especially while before the entire community launches on Mighty Networks. So be sure to go to momlink.club/LH and, join in. It's going to be amazing. If you have more questions, here's a QR code to get in touch with me. You can always message me on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, LinkedIn, Clubhouse, all of those things. And as a thank you for being here, I want to give everyone, whether you sign up for the exclusive membership, the Fearless Femme chapter, a copy of my e-guide, Female Founders Made Not Born, so that you can get started today on your mindset transformation. This is amazing tidbits that breaks down all of the fearless codes and breaks down all of the money blocks. So definitely check it out. There's a QR code, and I will also put it in the comments after we are all said and done. And it's available to put it in there. So thank you, everyone. I went over a little bit of my time, but it's okay. I think it was worth it. Plus, I had some tech issues because I accidentally exited out of my live on Facebook. So thank you, everyone, for being a part of this, for coming here. Feel free to ask me any questions. Reach out to me. I'm here to be a resource to you. Be sure to join my free Facebook group and definitely participate and check out for when I go live. I'm going to be going live every single week in July in the free Facebook community. So have an amazing rest of your week.